Peace. Spears and Mics. Hip hop culture, knowledge, the streets. Sometimes we talk about sports. Sometimes we talk about geek stuff, comic books,
Wrestling.
wrestling. You know what I'm saying? So man, um, I'm a Knicks fan. I'm pretty sure y'all know that. I usually be wearing like all types of Knicks paraphernalia. I'm a happy man right now. Watt knows that. He be I guess like, and shout out to my brother because he ain't even a Knicks fan, but he's a solid real New Yorker, and he don't be hating on them. Never heard him hate on them, but he got the trauma that I have from the Knicks losing when we was young. So he's a Bulls fan. You know what I mean? He ain't
Since the
got no
80s,
dog,
been a Bulls fan.
right? He ain't got no dog in the fight this playoff run. You know what I'm saying? So
Let's
currently
go
where we're
Knicks,
at right
though.
now, yeah, talk it. Currently where we're at right now, it's about to be, well, it's yeah, it's not Saturday yet. So today is March 30th, I believe,
May
2025.
30th. May 30th.
March. Wow. Yeah, May. Pardon, man. It's late night for me. But anyway, yes, correct. May 30th, 2025. We're in the Eastern Conference Finals. New York Knicks versus the Indiana Pacers. And we just did game 5. We were facing elimination. Um, and the Knicks won the game. And what you think, Watt? Like, you think we pushing into a game 7? When I say we,
I think
New
it's
York.
it's possible. It's possible. I think they should take it game by game. Game 6 is tomorrow.
Yeah.
Um, excuse me. I think if they play the way they played game 5, I think they can easily push it to 7 and win 7. I think the key is to neutralize Halliburton
Hmm.
and not from scoring either, from getting other people involved because he's an efficient point guard, like
Right.
not just from the scoring aspect, from
Yeah, he had like 15
pushing the pace.
assists.
He pushes the ball up the floor in the half court if you allow him, but they was picking him up full
Full
court,
court.
had Bridges on him, had OG on him.
Yeah.
They was really pressuring him to give the ball up, and nobody can seem like you see Benedict Mathurin, who's he's a good basketball player. He's gonna be tough.
Yeah.
I think what is this, like his second or third year?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna be a problem because he's looking to score. He's looking to score. He was doing a lot of one-on-one. I don't think Pascal Siakam can like put the Pacers on his back. I don't think he's capable of doing that. He needs somebody else to like kickstart him, like Halliburton. Like I said, if they can neutralize Halliburton's playmaking and they could come out, and I think the key is like they gotta continue to unlock Cat.
Yeah. Yeah,
You know what I
definitely.
mean? On the offensive end. And Cat, well, he said it himself because Barkley asked him, like, why you be getting them unnecessary stupid fouls? And he was like, yo, you right. He was like, if it wasn't for the bench, the bench playing those meaningful minutes. Finally Tibbs let the bench play.
My
Um
goodness.
and they did their thing. Like I
Yeah.
was telling you, like, yo, why
You
why
said it
can't
before. You
Shamit?
said it
Yeah,
before he
before
unleashed the
right.
before he
I was
unleashed the
like, yo,
bench.
where's
So,
Shamit? And then
right,
when he started playing Shamit, I'm like, all right, where's Precious Achua though?
right.
And then as soon
Yeah,
you
here
saw
he
Precious
goes too.
Achua last night, as soon as he came in the game, like he got an and 1. But I mean, he didn't
And
make the free throw, but
you was saying, yo, where campaign at? And then
yeah,
boom, it's like, yo, it's like you
yeah,
you got the
yeah.
direct line because you're the Bulls fan, so you might have a plug with Thibodeau, but like you were saying, like campaign has like finals experience. Why he's not getting no burn?
Yeah,
And like,
yeah.
yo, no lie, like later
He fell
on,
out the
boom,
rotation though quick because they
yeah,
let DeLon Wright. That's how you say his name?
yeah, I believe so.
DeLon Wright. He's been in the league for a while. I think
DeLon
he's
Wright,
been in the
Dion
league.
Wright, I don't know
Yeah, he
what
he
it
had a
is.
brother, I think, that can shoot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but he's been in the league for 10 years though.
Right.
and
I
he's
think
a
he's been
pretty
playing
good
for
defender.
six teams or something like
Yeah,
that throughout
yeah,
his tenure.
he's a decent defender. And it's just all of that stuff is to give the starters some rest, especially Brunson and
Right.
Cat, so that when it
Yeah.
comes down the stretch, they're able to perform like they have down the stretch. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But like I think personally, I don't think nobody on the Pacers could stop Cat. Brunson
Yeah.
gonna do him. He gonna do what he do. Like that's the kind of like cancels. Like you gotta kind of like expect it from Brunson
Mm-hmm.
at this point because this is what he's been doing
Right.
since he's been on the Knicks.
Right.
And it's almost like I'm not comparing him to Jordan, but like the scoring, it's like, all right, we gotta carve out at least 30 for Son. Like at least 25 we gotta carve out for him
Yeah,
because he's
on an
averaging
average
30.
night.
Because he's averaging
Yeah.
30. So it's like he's averaging 30 in the playoffs, I think. So it's like, yo, you gotta kind of carve out 25 to 30 points with him. And
Mm-hmm.
then after that, where the rest of your points gonna come from. And Cat has been, you know what I'm saying? Once he started like stop falling in love with the jump shot
Yeah.
and going to the basket, like he's
Yeah.
been damn near unstoppable. He's been damn near
Yeah.
unstoppable because can't nobody guard him. Like I watch him, like he'll pump fake, and as soon as he put the ball on the floor, he's getting around the defender, whether it be Miles Turner, Siakam, um,
Yeah.
and then everybody else. He's pretty much like too strong for them. He's bigger
Right.
than everybody, so
And
he's
long
getting around them
strides
with
too.
ease.
When you look, once
Yeah,
he does pump fake, he
right,
could
right.
take 2, 3 strides and go from
Yeah,
the
at the
3-point
basket.
line
And
to the
he's at the
basket.
basket. Yeah, and
It's
he's at the basket.
crazy.
And his wingspan is crazy.
Yeah.
So like he's getting to the
Bro is
basket.
gifted, man.
And a
He's
lot of
really
that stuff
gifted.
be n ones. A lot of that stuff be
Yeah.
n ones.
And they
Like he
gonna
had
be
a lot of
calling it
n one
for him.
stuff. I
Yeah.
know.
They're gonna be
He had a
calling
few.
it
I
for
was
him.
surprised, like, excuse my language, he called Benedict Mathurin a bitch when he hit that
Right.
last n
Yeah.
one. And he looked
Yeah.
down at him and flexed on him and said, I read his lips. He was like, bitch. I was like,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah. It was
snap,
clear you said
cat
that.
talking crazy. I was
Talking
like, cat
spicy.
talking, yeah. I was like, he talking crazy.
Zesty bastard.
Yeah, yeah, they going crazy with him. But
The
I think
memes
he's
is
trolling.
crazy.
I think he's trolling though. I think because he pays attention. I think he's doing it on purpose, yo. I think he's really
Mhm.
doing it on purpose just to give them something to talk about. But I got to wear it because he's young, and you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying. And like they
He,
do
he
stuff
he
like that.
he's in tune with what they saying. Believe me.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Because he
memes
went
is
right to the when the game was over. He went right to his girl and kissed her. You know what
right.
I'm saying? I mean, that don't mean nothing, but I'm just
Nah, damn
saying
sure
like.
don't. But
It don't mean nothing, but like he went to the bench to the sideline and kissed his girl, and I mean
well,
that's his fiance, I guess his fiance, not his girl,
yeah, yeah,
excuse me.
yeah.
Um, but he's a hell of a basketball player. And if he could stay away from those stupid fouls, like those unnecessary joints that he be doing where he just want to grab somebody or
Or
push somebody
somebody's
out the way for
rest.
nothing. Yeah,
Yeah.
like, you know what I'm saying? And if Mikal Bridges, like I said, if on the defensive end, if they can neutralize Halliburton, and on the offensive side, if they can unlock Cat and go through Cat more, and when Jalen Brunson's on the bench, if they can maintain a back, because they
Mm-hmm.
were plus. I think they were like +5 or something, or +10 with Brunson
With
on the
Jalen on
bench
the
that
bench.
game.
Yep.
Yeah, they was like, and he had an
Yeah.
amazing first quarter. He had 14 in the first quarter, and I think 17 in the third, I think, or something like that. So
Well,
if they could do that and like fill in when he's not on the floor, like I think they got it.
yeah.
Think they got it. And then
Yeah.
it comes down to Tibbs' schemes too, because you going against Carlisle and he already coached the championship team.
With the
He already won a
Mavericks.
championship as a player with Larry Bird in the 80s. I don't know
Right.
if a lot of people knew that. He was a player
Mm-hmm.
first and he
Mm-hmm.
won with the Celtics. So he knows how to win on
Right.
both sides of the game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And
Hell of a
and
coach. Hell of a
yeah,
coach.
yeah. His schemes is crazy. And he's running 10, 11 guys.
Yeah.
He's running 10,
Always
11, and
got fresh legs on the court. Fresh legs. Always.
don't expect Neesmith and Nemhard not to come back because Nemhard was getting he was getting abused. He was getting abused. They was putting him in the mix. Like
Mm.
Jalen Brunson had him in the like he was mixing son. He was mixing
Well,
them,
had
and
him in the
Neesmith was
blender.
off. He had a right, and Neesmith wasn't doing too well neither.
Yeah.
He wasn't doing too well neither. But the Knicks need to attack early, like they did in the last game in Game 5. They need to attack early.
Pick up Tyrese, full court.
Yeah, and I think they're gonna be looking for that. They're gonna be looking for it. So you gotta know, like, if they got like some, because what's the name is like sneaky. He's sneaky, TJ McConnell. I mean, I like him, but I don't like him. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
I remember he
No,
was
I
on
know
the
what you mean.
Sixers, and because he's a good player, man. Like he'll press you full court, and he'll
Right.
get some sneaky baskets too. He know
He
how to
had a
get to
bigger
the
role
lane.
last year in the series versus the Knicks. They
Hmm.
had him covering Brunson for most of the
He know how to
series.
get. He know how to get like them sneaky, and he'll draw a foul too. He know how to draw a charge too.
He'll go to the hole too. Like he be
Yeah, yeah,
sneaky
that's what
with
I'm
it. Like
saying. He gets sneaky
he
layups
slid it
and
right
all of
to the
that,
basket,
putbacks.
uncontested. Like it'll be looking
Yeah.
uncontested. Like
Yo,
he'll just sneak in there.
he's like a unathletic Alex Caruso.
Yeah, yeah, it's a good way to put it.
Because you
It's a
could
good
leave
way
him
to.
open too, because he's not like a good shooter like that, but he's a balanced dude, like, and he brings energy. They gotta look out for him when he comes. But I think it gotta go through Cat, man, like offensively. Another thing, me and you talked about it. Josh Hart,
Mhm.
he's
Protect the
the engine.
ball.
Yo, yeah, man. Like
Protect the ball.
I was watching them game 4 when they lost, turning the ball over, bad
Hmm.
passes. Even last night, bad pass. He
Right.
coming down the court looking like he gonna start the break. It's 3-on-1, and then he turning
Hmm.
around to slow it up
Right.
once he crossed the court, and then he
You 4 feet
passing
from the basket, and then you want to
right.
turn around and dish it off to somebody
Yeah,
that's
and get
not
a
even expecting
turnover.
it. Yeah.
Yeah, like, and then it's a
They think you
turnover.
going to the hole, and then you turn around and pass it to nobody. You know what I mean?
Right,
Like,
right. You throwing it to Tracy Morgan.
but I will say this, my brother. I'm happy, man. I'm happy the
Now I know
Knicks is
you are.
here.
I'm happy. I'm happy
You know
because,
the
like,
suffering.
yo, no lie. Like I said, I've been a Bulls fan since the '80s, right? Obviously, my grandfather, big Tar, he from North Carolina, so he's a big Tar Heel fan. So, '85, Jordan come, he rocking with Mike. Wherever Mike
Of
go,
course.
that's where my grandfather going. It just happened to
Well,
be the Bulls. If it was Portland, he would have went with Clyde Drexler. I would have been a Portland Trailblazer fan for as long as Mike stayed on there because that's how my grandfather raised. But my uncle, which is his son, was a diehard Knicks fan, and he used to take me to all the games. So I done seen Mike in the Garden before. I done seen
yeah,
like
busy.
I remember the Trent Tucker. I remember Kiki Vandaway. I remember Rod Strickland. I remember Xavier McDaniel. I
Hmm.
remember when they got Derek Harper. I remember when they had Mark Jackson. He from my neighborhood. I remember Mark Jackson. I
Hmm.
remember, but when Jordan retired the first time and they went to the chip in '94, I was pulling for him. No Bam. And they
Hmm.
disappointed me. I was 12. You know what I mean? And I saw it and I just was like, wow, man, like, and they ain't get back. And then, of course, battling with Mike in the '90s, they wasn't getting over the hump. And then they had their
Yeah.
battles with Miami, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? And then they end up going back in '99. And I'm just like, nah, I
Spurs.
knew they wasn't going to
Short
win
work.
that. Right.
Short
And,
work.
and, that, and
Five
that was the
games.
lockout season, too. That was the
Yep.
lockout season, too.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then Pat was hurt. Patrick Ewing was hurt. And they only had Camby well, I
Hmm.
think was Charles Smith there? Or was he gone?
Wasn't Kurt Thomas already on the Knicks at that point too?
He was per time. He was nice, but they couldn't deal with
Because Kurt Thomas got minutes at the five. Like, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, he
He
did.
used to
But
get minutes at the five.
I think he was the starting power forward if I'm not mistaken that year.
Was he? You think so?
I think he might have been. He might have been. He might have been. If my memory
No,
serves
Larry
correct,
Johnson
I
should
think.
have been the
No, I
starting
thought he
power
was
forward.
oh, right. He was. Cause
Uh,
because Spreewell was the three,
Sprewell was the
Allen Houston
three.
was the two,
Yeah.
right.
Ward
And Charlie Ward.
and yeah.
Charlie Ward and
Yeah.
Chris Childs off the bench and them.
Uh,
But after that, they kind of like went downhill, man, until kind of like until they got Melo was like a little bit of a resurgence. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
right. Stat, Mello, Tyson
Yeah,
Chandler.
yeah. Jeremy
That was a
Lin, the
good.
insanity was crazy
Yeah, that was
for a
crazy.
minute.
Yeah,
That was good.
that
That was
was
good.
definitely that
But
was
but
crazy. Not and it
but
was just like so much bums on the Knicks. Dudes
but
washed
when the
coming to
Knicks
the
are
Knicks.
playing good, when the Knicks, oh, Tiny just hit another home run. That's crazy.
It's like
Um,
5-3 right now.
yeah. Um,
Yeah, go Yankees.
word. But what I was gonna say, um, they it's like when the Knicks are playing good, it's good for basketball. It's really good for basketball because they're the
It
oldest
is.
franchise. They're the oldest franchise in the league. You know what I'm saying? And it's just like, they call New York the Mecca of basketball
Indeed, it
because of the
is.
Garden, because of street ball.
Rucker
You know what I'm
Park,
saying? Rucker Park,
all the parks, all the
West
playgrounds,
Fourth,
man. Right,
were
legendary
like all the
playgrounds.
programs. I mean, they have
Yeah.
all programs now. People are coming from everywhere
Gauchos.
hooping. Right, right.
Yeah,
Riverside, all of
yeah,
that, all of that stuff, all of that
yeah.
stuff. All the
Legendary,
parks and all
legendary.
five
Yeah,
boroughs. You
yep,
got legendary basketball players like some of
yeah.
the great. Some of the people call Kareem the GOAT. He from the Bronx.
Uh,
Um, Jordan was born in Brooklyn. Some people call him the GOAT.
Dr. J
Um,
out of Roosevelt,
Dr.
Long
J
Island.
from Long Island, Mello
Mm-hmm.
from Brooklyn, Bernard
Scarberry.
King, Starbury. But Bernard King, they say Bernard King is one of the greatest Knicks for the time he was there. That's
Mm-hmm.
one of my uncle's favorite. I think Walt Clyde Frazier might be my uncle's favorite Knick, but my uncle really, really liked Bernard King. He
Or
really liked Bernard King. Like Bernard King was, if he ain't have those injuries to his knees, if he ain't blow out both his knees, he was averaging like 50. Like he was
special
averaging
talent.
50. The
That's
dude was
that's Melo's
averaging like,
Melo's favorite player, Bernard King.
yeah, that dude, and I could see why. I could see the game parallel to
Mm-hmm.
their game. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Because like dude was a bona fide scorer, and I didn't really catch Bernard King. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? I
Yeah,
was too
right.
young.
It's before our era.
Yeah, yeah.
I didn't
And
start
by the
catching
time,
on until
right,
The Ewing era. You know what I'm
right,
saying?
right. Yeah, Bernard King was done by that time. Like I said, we come from like the Trent Tuckers, the Mark Jacksons, the Rod Stricklands, and then
Mm-hmm.
when they traded Mark Jackson and the Knicks got Derek Harper, you know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Derek Harper was nice.
Very,
Like we
yeah,
know the Oakleys, the Masons,
yeah.
the Xavier
Starks,
McDaniels, the Starks, you know what
yeah,
I mean? Like and then the Spreewells and all of them other dudes.
yeah.
But
It was dope. It was
yeah,
dope times.
they were always tough though in the 80s and the 90s. The Knicks, like growing up, the Knicks was
Yeah,
always, they just couldn't get past Mike
yeah,
in the late 80s, early 90s. They really
yeah,
couldn't get past, Mike. And it's understandable because Mike was Mike. The Bulls were the Bulls, but like the Knicks was like they was up there. They was getting 50 wins a season.
yeah, yeah.
You
They
know what I'm
was always
saying?
in like the top
Easy.
four,
Yeah,
like top four
absolutely.
or five. They usually had, top
Absolutely.
four finishes, but you already knew, more than likely we was gonna collide with the Bulls. We was gonna collide with the Pacers. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? The Rick Smiths and the Ewing battles. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
Like
yeah,
it was
yeah.
crazy. You know what I'm
Legendary,
saying?
legendary, legendary.
Man,
Patsy June, man.
big men were real big men back then, like Hakeem
Yeah, yeah,
Olajuwon, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like
Yeah,
legendary.
Robinson. Yeah, Brad Daugherty.
It's
You
exciting
know.
for me, yo, because like being 14 in 94, right? And like, at that point I was only watching basketball but for 4 or 5 years. Like, 90, I got into basketball like 90, 91, hardcore, where I, watch every game I could possibly watch.
Mm,
And the Knicks being a great team back then and being so excited, and then the letdown in 94. And then, 99 wasn't a letdown because we were like the eighth seed and went all the way
hmm
to the finals. So that was like
hmm
unheard of. It was
hmm
unexpected, but it was still obviously exciting, especially already 19 years old during that time, but it wasn't for us. We wasn't gonna get past Tim Duncan, the Twin Towers. It was for them. It was their dynasty was gonna start. Um, but now fast forward 25 years later, you know, we're a lot older now, like grown men, kids, we got families. So much has changed in our lives, but my love for the Knicks has never wavered, even when we were every year packed up. No playoffs, no play-in. Wasn't no
Word,
play-in back then. Couldn't sneak in to the playoffs. Um,
word.
so it was painful to seeing the errors the players past their prime, like the Antonio McDyess, right?
Hmm. Penny Hardaway,
Franchise, Steve Francis,
T Mac.
T
Y'all had
Mac.
Penny too, right? Didn't y'all have
We
Penny?
had Penny. We had Penny as
Yeah.
well. T Mac as well, right? So we had dudes that were like,
McDyess.
superstars at one time, but then when they
Y'all
were
had
on the
Othello
Knicks,
Harrington. Y'all
yeah.
had Othello Harrington
Yo, it's
coming
like
out of
what
Georgetown.
I look at it. We was like how Hulk Hogan had TNA at his TNA level, like what I'm saying.
Word.
Like that's how we never had we never had Hulk Hogan when he was in WCW, NWO. We never had him
Yo,
in
yeah.
WWE. You know what I
Yo, y'all
mean?
had my son. They were trying to call him Baby Bark. Remember when Harold Miner was supposed to be Baby Jordan, and then
Hmm.
Clarence Witherspoon was supposed to be Baby
Hmm.
Barkley? Remember when y'all got
Yeah,
him?
yeah. I remember. I remember.
Horrible. That joint was
Yeah,
horrible. I remember
it
y'all had
was.
Moochie Norris. Y'all
Word.
had Marty
Yeah.
Collins.
Marty Collins. That's what remember Mello snuffed him. That shit hurt.
Yeah, yeah,
Shit hurt.
yeah, yeah. Mello did some
Shout out to
fouls. He ran though. He ran though.
yeah, he did run. You know what I'm
He
saying?
ran, but he ran him and J.R. Smith. Him and
He ain't stand
J.R.
on the
Smith.
square. He
Yeah,
stand on
him
the
and
square
J.R.
that day.
Smith. But
Who hooped J.R. Smith? Nate Robinson,
it
right?
was Nate Robinson. Yeah,
Took him
yeah,
up top and
yeah,
around the world, spun him
yeah,
around
yeah,
and
yeah.
dumped him.
That
Shout
that
out
that
to
was a
Nate Robinson.
fun. That was a fun team to watch though. Nate Robinson on the Knicks.
Yeah,
I
that was
kind of
cool.
liked that. I kind of liked
That
it
was
because I liked
cool.
Wilson Chandler and
Yeah, he
Danilo
was talented.
Gallinari. I like
He,
Gallinari.
yeah, he was competing. He was competing. They were playing hard. That was the Italian dude was our coach, right? Mike D'Antoni was our coach at that point, right? I think
Yeah,
already.
but he did Nate Robinson dirty. I ain't like that. I ain't like because he did the same thing to Marbury. He did it to Marbury twice. Remember? Because he did it to Marbury in Phoenix, and then he
Hmm.
became the coach on the Knicks and
Hmm.
did it to Marbury again, yo.
Right.
Like got him up out of there. He got Starbury up out of there,
The
and
Knicks
they
didn't
just
have
had
no they didn't have no luck with things, right? Like as a Knicks fan, right? When I used to, yo, Larry Dave, not Larry Davis, what's the coach, the longtime coach of
Larry
the
Brown.
76,
Larry
Larry
Brown.
Brown. I don't know why I'm thinking Larry Davis, right? Larry Brown, you think he's coming to the Knicks, you think we going to the championship, but the talent wasn't there.
Y'all ain't
You
even
know what I'm
make the
saying?
playoffs.
Right. You know what I'm saying? What's the brother that used to be the longtime Atlanta Hawks coach, where he was
Mike
Lenny
Woodson.
Wilk?
Mike
No,
Woodson.
Lenny Wilkins.
Yo, y'all
Lenny
had Lenny
Wilkins.
Wilkins too. Yeah, you
Remember, he
had
was
Lenny
the
Wilkins.
winningest coach in NBA
Yup.
history at the time.
Yup.
I'm like, when I was like, yo, what? I said, we up now. Boom, we was trash. Um,
Y'all had Mike Woodson.
Mike Woodson, and he did a pretty solid job.
He
Mike
did.
Woodson,
'Cause he had
you
Melo. He
know what I
had
mean?
Lynn. Lynn Sanity was a pretty dope,
And he had
dope
them
time too. I'm not
defending. He
gonna
had them
lie.
defending.
He
He had them
did. He
defending.
did. He
And
did. When Melo was
he's the
hurt,
coach of
Melo and
Indiana right
Stat was
now,
hurt.
or he moved on? I think he's the coach of Indiana.
He's an
I think
assistant coach.
I think he was the head coach of Indiana recently. I don't know if he still
Rick
is.
Carlisle's the head
No,
coach
I'm
of
talking
Indiana.
about Indiana college.
Oh, Mike Woodson. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
yeah,
I
yeah.
don't know.
But I suffered a lot, and I'm just so happy right now that we got Jalen Brunson, a superstar leader, um, leading the way. And if we could push this, take Game 6 tomorrow in a hostile environment, um, if we can come out tomorrow, I think the Knicks in 7 is possible.
Yeah, I seen
The
people
Knicks,
saying the Knicks gonna win tomorrow and then get blown out at the Garden.
yeah, I seen
So
dudes wishing for that. Like,
yeah,
yo, and the Nick haters, like if you from New York and you think it's cool to like hate on the Knicks and poke everybody every time they lose, like that's just corny, man. Like I think that's wild corny. Like,
no, it
you know what I'm
is.
saying? It's super corny, and Like you get off because dudes is upset or whatever. Like you don't like the fan base because we celebrating or whatever. Like let us live, man. We've been like suffering for years, man. I don't hate on no team. When we doing good, like a team's doing good, like I've always hated on the Heat. I stopped hating on them because it's over with. Like, you know what I mean? The Heat are trash right now.
Nah, I will say I don't like Sixers. I don't like 76er fans because they be
Right,
in denial.
right,
They think every year is their year. I'm not gonna
man,
lie. Like they talking this the process stuff,
right,
and you drafting dudes that's injured. You drafting them injured. And Embiid's a phenomenal um basketball player when he's healthy, but he's never healthy.
yeah.
Never.
The best. What is it? What do they say? The best availability.
The best
Best
ability is
ability is
availability. And
availability.
it's crazy when he was half healthy, that his best season was 2 years ago when he was MVP.
Yeah, yeah,
And the Knicks beat them. The Knicks beat him.
yeah, yeah.
He dropped 50 on them with one leg,
Yeah. That was a crazy, crazy playoff series.
but they lost
Remember,
at home.
he stepped on somebody that series.
He
Forgot
did.
who. Mitch Robinson. He stepped on
Mitch
Mitch
Robinson,
Robinson.
yeah, yeah,
You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Purposely too.
yeah, yeah.
Shout out
Well,
Mitch
yeah,
Robinson
he could be
too.
dirty. Oh, Mitch
Yeah,
Robinson he been playing well. He been ever
yeah,
since they put him and Cat in the starting lineup.
yeah.
He's been defending.
Might be the
He's been
formula.
blocking shots.
Yeah,
He's really been defending.
yeah,
He's been defending. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah.
I seen a joint where I seen a play where I think it was Obi Toppin might have been like somebody was trying to. It was somebody smaller than him like trying to like go baseline, and he was like really not allowing it. And I was like, wow, like he was moving his feet. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
foul the dude neither. I was like, yo, he's staying on ground and he's sliding his feet. He's not using his hands, like, you know what I'm saying? So like he
Yeah,
really he's stepping into the role they asking him to step into, and he's gonna be key too. Because
yeah.
they can't
Absolutely.
keep him off the rebounds.
Yeah, they can't.
They can't keep him off the rebounds,
They
like,
can't.
you
I don't
know?
know if you saw it in game two or game three. I can't recall which one it was. He picked up all five players. He bounced around. He was running around and he picked up all five players. And then he had that's when he had Tyrese Halliburton in the corner there, like under pressure. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Picked up all five dudes, man. So he's relentless with the defense and that's what you need, to win that championship, to get to the championship and win it. You need players like him. You need the role players like Josh Hart to contribute at a high level. Um, man, whatever happens, man, I hope we go all the way. But if we don't, man, it's a definite step in the right direction. And with Brunson at the helm and bringing in the right people, we'll continue to progress and get better. You know what I mean? Let's go Knicks. Knicks in seven, man.
With Knicks in seven, no doubt. I think they might be able to take OKC. I'm not gonna lie, man.
Yeah, I
I'm
feel
not
it
gonna
too.
lie. I think like
I
it's
feel
all
it
about
too.
matchups. It's all about matchups. And I think like in their last series, um, I think Ant-Man gave up, honestly. But despite what he says about like being upset he didn't win for Mike Conley or whatever, but um Gobert was like unplayable.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like he
yeah,
was almost unplayable in the series before that. You know what I mean? But they found a way. But the thing is, Cat is playable. You know what I'm saying? Like he could deal with Hartenstein, and Mitch Robinson is playable. He could deal with those dudes with Hartenstein and Chet Holmgren. You know what I'm
right.
saying? Because
Yeah.
like they could step out and defend on the perimeter too. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? Like
Mm-hmm.
those dudes is not slouches. You know what I'm saying? All you gotta do is move your feet. They big enough. You
Shay's
know what I'm
gonna get his
saying?
buckets. Brunson's gonna get his buckets. It's gonna
Yeah.
kind of cancel out. Um, so it's really gonna be up to like Cat, man, Mikal Bridges. Like if you've been taking all this criticism, now's a great time to show why we
I
gave
would
up
put
them
Mikal
five
Bridges
picks.
on Shea. I would put Mikal Bridges on Shea and Brunson on Lou Dort.
Mm-hmm.
Because Lou Dort is like he's a defender and like a spot up shooter now.
Right.
but he's the starting two guard. So I would put Brunson on Dort. He don't really gotta like, not to say he don't have to defend, but like Lou Dort, like you have to take me off the dribble, Lou Dort. Like, cause I know Lou Dort can hit an open three, and if he get hot, he can like he can shoot. Like if
Yeah.
he start making them, like you know what I'm saying, he can shoot. But I think I would do that. I would put Mikal Bridges on Shea, even though
Let's
Shea
not
probably gonna get his anyway.
let's not jump the gun and talk about OKC until we pack up
No, no,
the
no, no. I'm just
Pacers.
saying. I
You know what
think
I'm
the Knicks are
saying?
gonna win.
I feel it. I feel it in my heart too, man. I really do hope so. And
I'm
I
pulling
will
up
be
to the
happy
town
too.
too. I'm pulling
Yeah.
up to the town too. Like if they
Yeah.
go to the finals, I'm pulling
Yeah. I
up. I'm
might do
be in
that
the
too.
town, go to a couple watch parties. I'm probably ain't getting no tickets to the game, but I'm gonna be outside with
Nah,
the if the weather is good.
that's for
You know
the
what I'm
elite.
saying? Yeah, if the
Um,
nah, it's for people with money that's not really Knicks fans that just want to be there.
right.
Like
Yeah.
Ben Stiller's a real Knicks fan. Spike Lee's a real Knicks fan. Ben
Michael J.
Stiller's a real Knicks
Fox.
fan.
Michael J.
Michael J.
Fox.
Fox, Chris Rock. These
Chris
dudes is
Rock.
like real
Yeah. They've
hardcore
been
Knicks fans.
there.
Like I seen the kid, the new actor dude that's with the little Kardashian girl. They was
I
there.
seen
I'm
him.
like, I'm
Yeah.
like, how you
Now
there? You
yeah,
not
he getting wild screen time
now
now.
now you a Knicks fan.
Right.
I don't
Yeah.
even know the dude.
Yeah, the Kardashians was there too at a few games. Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
all types of people, like people you never
Yeah.
seen,
You're not
like,
even from New York.
yeah,
You're
you
not
know what I
even from
mean?
the town. I mean, that
It's-
that dude that's with the younger sister, he's from New York because he went
Right.
to LaGuardia High School and
Mm,
all of that. You know what I'm
mm.
saying? I forgot his name.
I know who you're talking about though. I know
Yeah,
exactly who you're
yeah,
talking
yeah. But he
about.
went to LaGuardia, you know what I'm saying? He went to LaGuardia. And
I,
I think he went to NYU too.
I would love for the Knicks to play, advance and go to play OKC. Cause shout out to Zulu King Cooper and all my brothers in OKZ, the Oklahoma City
Word,
Zulus.
word, word,
They're big fans, obviously, of the Thunder. And they're also some of them are Knicks fans as well. Like I guess that's their like team out on the East. So it'll be dope to talk shit with them for a little while.
word,
But man, let's go Knicks. Knicks in 7, man. For real. It's all time. But
word.
shout out to everybody, man. Tune in, keep it tuned. We strive to come out every week. If you don't see us, it's the work, it's the fatherhood, it's the, you know,
A
time
husbandhood.
husbandhood, time be so it's a real sacrifice, man. Like it's like time be so limited and work be so crazy and the demands be so crazy that, there be times we want to record and if the kids ain't feeling well or we just work too much overtime, like, we got real jobs. We not on here hitting record every 2 hours in our pajamas. You
Right.
know, talking silly gang shit, you know what I mean, all day. We got jobs, families, mortgages, and all of that. So, pardon if you don't see us for a couple days, but we'll catch up with y'all, man. But we really appreciate those that's tuned in on YouTube or Spotify or Amazon Music, Apple Music. It's on every platform, man. So hit the like, hit the subscribe, and stay tuned with us, man. Knicks in 7, man. Peace to everybody.
Peace.
Assalamu alaikum, my brother.
Alaikum salam wa rahmatullah.